Hello there. Do you have something to say? Have you got something you want to say? Are you tired of shouting at the TV? Do you want the world to listen to your well-reasoned theories and opinions? You've come to the right place. We're giving you the opportunity to voice your opinion right here, right now on Talk TV. Yes, indeed, where we give you, the viewing public, your say on the matters that count on Talk TV. OK, joining me today on our discussion panel, our celebrity witch, Alison Hannigan. Ooh. Hello, celebrity witch.
Hello.
And footballing prodigy, the prodigious in that respect, Joe Cole, ladies and gentlemen. OK. Just sound effects. Feel free to play with those anytime you like. We've got today's topics of conversation is footy, Buffy, or anything. Let's go to our first caller, who is Sue. Nice, you like that, don't you? Sue from Southampton, ladies and gentlemen. Morning, Sue.
Hiya.
How are you this morning?
All right.
You're through to Talk TV. Who would you like to speak to? Or what's your point?
Well, it's a message for you, really.
Oh, no.
I think that they lost last night because Darren Anderton didn't play. And before you say anything, I'm his auntie.
OK, we've got caller 2 is Del online. No, are you really Darren Anderton's auntie?
I am.
Ah, so how was Darren? You know, how Darren? Do you know Darren's views and point about last night's game?
Well, I wouldn't really like to say.
Really,
well, anyway, he's in America anyway, so.
Well, sorry, I didn't get that last bit because Dean was blasting you, my producer. What did you say? Sorry, Sue.
I don't really know what he thinks of it because he's in America at the moment. Because my 12-year-old son phoned in the other day on our phone to his mobile in Las Vegas for 20 minutes.
Oh. So that's where Darren is, Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Nice.
So have you got anything nice to say about him?
Pardon?
Have you got anything nice to say about him?
What, about Darren Anderton?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go to the next caller. No, do you know what? I can't get into that because we've got Joe Cole here this morning, and while it's not really fitting that on the day that England just lost and Joe Cole's here, we talk about Darren Anderton who's just having a great laugh in Las Vegas. So let's go to our next caller, please, who is Del. Morning, Del. You're through to Talk TV. Have you got a question for anyone on the panel here?
Oi, Vonnie, mate, how you doing?
All right, man, how are you this morning?
I'm sounds a pound.
Yeah?
Listen, I'm Scottish, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And I live in London, yeah?
Yeah.
And what I think is, I mean, we know our limitations. We know what to expect. To get let down, go out, perform against Brazil, then get beat against Costa Rica. But every time England play, you expect to win. You expect too much.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely right. It's the high expectations. Whereas Scotland, because they cast themselves, you cast yourselves almost in the role of underdog. Then anything you get to result anyway. And
exactly,
that's a kind of better mentality, isn't it?
But apart from that, in the Premier League, look at all the foreign players that are in it. Until you've got like Joe Cole and Alan Smith and all the young players coming through, because quite frankly, I mean, Paul Ince, I think was. And Mateus, when you look at him yesterday, the ages, you can't do it when you get old. No. And they never done the business. If you look at Ince against Italy...
Dolphin.
I would say it was an odd... I was very surprised Ince was included. I mean, at Middlesbrough, it wasn't a remarkable season up there. So, Joe, what's your view on what our Scottish caller Del is saying?
Yeah, I think you need to have experience in your side. You know, you've got Adams as well, and then you've got Martin Keown.
You've got to balance that with a bit of flair somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah, but I think Kevin thought the first game of the tournament, he thought, I need to get a result. So he knew Ince can do a job. He's had some phenomenal games for England. I think he's got 50 caps or so. Yeah. And he just felt that he was the right man for the job last night. Yeah. But
no, don't get me wrong. Ince is a great player. He's a solid player. The fact that he plays, he takes so much pressure off the defence by being such a solid player. He's good going forward. His passing's he's not known as a great passer of the ball, but he's a very physical player. I can see why he's taking him along. But I think to beat Portugal last night, we needed flair players who can really create goals, set up chances. Not enough to be just solid, like a solid English side. What would your view about that be, Alison?
I totally agree.
Yeah. Listen, thank you very much indeed, Del. I kind of envy that.
Nice one, Bonnie, mate. You puck every morning, mate, and put a smile on my face.
Oh, thank you very much, Del. Take care of yourself, Del. Thank you very much for that. We've got our next caller on, who is Patricia from Kent. Good morning, Tricia. Patricia, you're through too. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Just wanted a question for Alison, basically.
Yay.
I think that David Boreanaz is the finest specimen of man I've ever seen.
Wow.
And I was wondering how it felt working with him every day.
He's lovely.
Interesting.
He's not as lovely as you, of course.
Thanks, but of
No, I'd
course,
agree there, actually.
just like we rehearsed it. Wow, you're a real pro. Patricia, you're a big fan of Buffy.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any other questions you'd like to ask one of the stars of that show while she's here in the flesh?
Does David Boreanaz fancy going out for a drink sometime?
Good question. Very good question.
I just couldn't answer that.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, Patricia, for calling in. Let's have our next caller. Hello, the next caller I think is Daryl from Lancashire. Good morning, Daryl. You're through too. Hi.
Morning, Johnny.
Morning.
Lisa.
How are you this morning?
I'm not very well, thank you. After last
it's a
night.
bit disappointing, isn't it? There's a downer on the country. We've been trying to lift the spirit. Any questions for Joe or any comment you'd like to just make? It's a good platform.
Well, just like to say I love the show.
Thank you very much indeed.
For Alison, this question.
Oh, really?
You're known for your acts of witchcraft in the show. And if you could perform a trick, what would it be?
To replay last night's game and...
Oh, you are pushing all the right That was a great, and I think we can get off. Thank you very much for calling in, Darren. Incidentally, let's go to Pete from Birmingham. Pete, good morning. You're straight through to Talk TV.
Morning, Johnny.
Morning, mate. How are you this morning?
A bit fed up with the match last night, mate.
Oh, I'm a bit fed up as well. You got any questions or points you'd like to make? Or
Well, the
questions for
points about the match.
Yeah.
We started out like true British Bulldogs, and then we
did.
ended up going back home like Chihuahuas.
Yeah.
A bit disgusting.
They finished the game like Chihuahuas. Would you like to target any individuals? Because you can on this show.
Well, not really. I mean, the old team itself, they just didn't... I reckon that if we don't pay them until they win, they're coming.
Any questions you'd like to ask Joe, or any points you'd like to get across to Joe at this juncture?
Well, I'd like to see Joe play on Saturday against Germany, and a few other young ones.
Yeah. I think we need a
Give
bit
the
of
younger
youth.
ones
I think
a
we
chance.
need a bit of youth on
I think we need a bit of youth in there, don't you think?
Yeah.
A bit of youth and a bit of flair. Do you know what? You've been listening to Talk TV. Thank you very much to our last caller, Pete from Birmingham. I'm sorry to all those people who had questions they wanted to ask to the panel here, or just people who wanted just to come on and rant.
Panel of
which seems
experts.
To be, with the panel of experts, but what we got were people generally just coming on just to express their grief, really, at last night's
I
disaster.
bet Tony Blair is choked.
I bet he's choked, isn't he?
Can you imagine what a winner would have done for him last
Oh,
night?
absolutely right. He'd have got in with that as well, wouldn't he? Yeah. Yeah.
Coffee's wearing off.
And suddenly they weren't doing a show from a magic castle.
No.
It was just a little house by a canal. Listen, I'd like to thank Joe and Alison. Thank you very much for being our
Thank
guests
you.
this morning on. And now it's time for me to go.
You plum.
As we take a break. Back in a couple of seconds. Do not go away.